Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and parenting, honey. It's tough. Woo! I got a toddler, I got a teen, and I literally have to woo-saw daily. So if it's this hard for me, what's it like for gay couples who are trying to raise kids? Ooh, I know it's tough. We need a drink in order to discuss this, and I've got my girl, Liv Johnson, in the building. What is this?
A douce breeze.
A douce breeze. All right, you're a mama.
Yes.
Is parenting a breeze?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No, I mean, parenting ain't easy. It ain't breezy, but we love it. And we got a couple here who are interested in having a kid and a dad who's a year in. Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, time to talk to my friends. We've got Daryl Moore, father of a 1-year-old, right?
Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
you
yes.
in the thick of
I'm
it.
in it.
I love it. We're gonna dive into the whole
Yes.
process. And we have the couple that is interested in having their own baby. We've got Angel Cabrera and Brian Ponce. All right, I know y'all are armed with questions, and so am I. So, do you agree with me that parenting is tough as hell?
It's tough,
Okay.
but it's rewarding. At the same
Rewarding,
time.
absolutely. Yeah, it's like you
rewarding.
love them little but they're also crazy.
Yes.
Okay, the process for you though, in order to become a dad with your partner, what was that like? What were the hurdles?
So many that I can't even think of. Like sitting here trying to just to start to where we are now. Where we are now just makes all of that in the past just like irrelevant.
Irrelevant,
But
yeah.
the research, there's so much research available, not available, that the internet was my friend for that time frame, just trying to find out what my options were. And adoption was all I thought was my option because I didn't think surrogacy was affordable to me.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody, but
You only see celebrities with
celebrities,
money getting surrogates.
Kardashians and all of those things. But the cards in line, I did so much research and I got frustrated at the cost. I started to voice my concerns or my frustrations, and a few of my friends that are on social media, they started to inbox me and say, hey, maybe you should talk to this woman and this couple and this couple, because a lot of women also, they have infertility issues. So they looked into the surrogacy route and they shared with me so many options. This was during COVID. So I had a lot of time to research and sit down and think about it. And lo and behold, our route ended up being an international route, just because United States sucks, if I can say that.
You can absolutely say that. Yeah, your
when
truth
it comes
is your truth.
to the expense of having a baby.
Yeah.
You know, like, and a lot of that money goes towards doctors. You know, that doesn't even, the surrogate gets a small amount of that. That didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
So I had to convince my husband to do international, and he was like, hell no, that's not even an option. And I knew that was going to be an option. I was afraid of that. That was territory I've never been in.
Right.
But I'm a risk taker. I did all my research, and I had to prove to him, I had to present my case to him.
Right.
United States, international, or adoption. And I knew what was important to us was to have a child of our own DNA.
Can we explore that for a bit? Because I do have a lot of gay friends, and I always pose the question, like I would a heterosexual couple, is like, do you want kids?
I wanted kids. There was a non-negotiable when I got married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How early did you know that like kids are in my future?
High school.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I knew that I wanted to be a dad, and I had a list of things that I wanted to do in my life, and fatherhood was always number one.
Wow.
I knew that I was going to get there at some point. I just didn't know how. But I just turned 40 in January, and I really have crossed off. I knew I wanted to have a kid before I was 40, and I had my son at 39.
Okay, come on, you did it. You did it.
So I was driven, I was focused. So I had so many other things I wanted to accomplish, so that when my child did come into the world, there was nothing else I was chasing, and I can give that child my undivided attention to everything I wanted to do.
Hold on, I'm watching Angel and
Yeah,
Brian
so-
over here looking at each other
Yeah.
and kind of smile. So when did you guys know that you guys wanted a kid?
I always wanted to be a dad, and now I've been with Brian for 13 years. 13 years.
Congratulations.
And then, thank you. And then married for 4 years.
5.
5?
He was close.
5 years. So it's time, you know, and I think our family's excited for it. They're behind, like they really want us to, like, just make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's important, having a supportive village behind them, because as you said, parenting ain't easy.
Mm-hmm.
You
I don't
know?
have a village here and when I say village, I mean family. I don't have family here in Houston. I do have a village by the way of coworkers and friends.
Yeah.
Like I cannot say that I don't have one, but to be able to call my mother and say, can you please watch him tonight? Or listen, I'm losing my mind because he won't stop crying. Like I don't have that. So having a village, because I know you have your family. Okay, because Doña Lena.
Yes.
Come on. If y'all don't know, Tacos Doña Lena's, where we met Angel, you have a village because you got family working there too, right? Yeah. So did you have a family village, a friend village, no village?
My family, friends were very supportive. They didn't know we were having a baby until they got the invitation to our baby shower in the mail. Just because we wanted to keep it under wraps. Because we did have some struggles going into it. We transferred. When the process started, we wanted twins. You know, we thought in our mind of like, okay, let's just get 2 and get it done. And that was probably the most selfish thing that I could think of, because God has a way of showing you like, hey, this is not how it works. I kind of control this. And we transferred twice 2 embryos for twins, and neither one of them, they all failed.
Wow.
Until we just said, you know what, just let's do the universe. God, thank you. We just said we wanted a baby. We didn't say we're not gonna be greedy and give us 2. Yeah. And the one time that we tried the one, it was successful. Wow. So, and it was emotional. We wanted to kind of keep it ourselves, because then you have people with opinions and how it's to go, and then what if something went wrong and somebody checked in at the wrong time, and we were like, hey, we're still raw at that. So we literally 30 days before we were supposed to leave, we did a baby shower. If you can make it, you can make it. And we were gone 2 weeks after we announced for his birth, and
as I hear the story, I get butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah.
Because I start thinking, I'm like, oh my God, like when this happens to us, it's gonna, it's exciting,
Okay, no, I want to dive into what you guys are doing and what your plans are, and any questions you may have for Daryl. All right, you guys stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about the joys and the struggles of gay parenthood. We've got Daryl Moore, Angel Cabrera, and Brian Ponce. All right, you guys got butterflies listening to Daryl's story, and you guys are interested in having a kid. So, correct. What are you guys doing currently? What process are you in right now?
A lot of research. A lot of the concerns that I've encountered, like I was telling him, is just like the cost. Is excessive. Yeah. But I do think that if you truly want something, like if you want to be like in a situation like us, like I'm at this point that I'm just gonna go for it, Yeah. So I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to make this a reality.
Yes. So, okay, so what are y'all considering adoption? Are y'all considering surrogacy?
Well,
what route are you guys
we went back and forth on that because, like Daryl mentioned earlier, I think there's something like instinctual, like sort of evolutionary about wanting to see your DNA pass, right? Mm-hmm. That's something when we first started, talking about potentially having a baby, that was one of the primary concerns that we were having. Mm-hmm. But Daryl recently brought it up to our attention that there's so many kids also that need homes. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that kind of like it tugs at your heartstrings a little bit, because there's so many kids that you could adopt and potentially give a better life. So
okay, so you're still weighing your options. Mm-hmm. That's the stage you're at right now.
We're leaning more towards surrogacy, I think. Correct. For sure.
Yeah,
and then who knows, in the future there's.
So how does that work with surrogacy? Like, do both partners donate their sperm for an embryo, and whichever one sticks, or do you decide like, all right, it's going to be your sperm? Like, it's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's a lot that goes into, this process of gay men or, same-sex couples. But for us, we knew that we both wanted our DNA. And we tried for 1 and 1 and it just didn't take. And then at that point of we're just going to do one, we just told the doctor to choose, and we'll find out.
Yeah, I didn't like rock, paper, scissors it out. It was like, I don't want to know.
At that point, I was just like, Lord, just give me a healthy baby. That's kind of where we were. And obviously, when the baby came out, you can kind of tell, like, it's very evident of like, does he have daddy ears or does he have daddy nose? And he has daddy ears. So if you look at him, you'll be able to tell very clearly whose DNA he is. But the blessing of that is he looks to both of us as his dad and his protector and his friend, or all of that. So that doesn't matter. Like when I walk in the house, I still get the same
excitement, joy,
and vice versa. He looking at me and all of that. So he's gonna know who I am, and all of that really doesn't matter.
Okay, so what I'm gathering is that it wasn't your sperm that took, it was your partner's.
Yes, and some people, and even though I spearheaded it, I was like, I'm the spearhead. I went and did all the research.
Listen, don't worry. I carried my son for 9 months. He don't look anything like me. He looks like
And the crazy story
Dad.
is I wanted a daughter, and I wanted a little girl, and I just had this vision of planning a wedding and being a father of the
bride
and having all these daddy-daughter moments, and boom, it's a boy. If I had to choose, would I do it again? Completely 100% surrogacy.
I love that.
All over again. So I pray that y'all find what best fits to build your family. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, coming up next, I do want to ask you about how you have approached it with two dads and no mom, if it's any different, because I know it's a lot to discuss. All right, you stay right there. We'll be right back. We've got every episode of the Nightcap, and we can go for hours. Download the Fox Local app on any of the following smart TV platforms and get in on the fun.
We have a gay dad. Of course we have disco balls and rainbows all over the house. Why can't just rainbows be for kids?
Because while I was fighting for the rainbow, all you were doing is just drawing it while you had drool all over your face, looking like drunk little toddlers.
We have a gay dad. Of course he got us a dog to match our home. We have a gay dad. Of course he has more facial products than Sephora.
All this leads to is a 30th high school reunion to take all the attention away from all of those bullies that made fun of me who now look 60.
We have a gay dad. Of course he has a closet full of wigs and weird outfits.
It didn't stop you guys from having fun.
We have a gay dad. Remember the time he grounded me for 2 weeks just because I didn't know the difference between fuchsia and magenta?
You're lucky it wasn't a month.
We have a gay dad. Of course when we were 4, he told us that our queen was Janet. I thought it was Beyonce.
What? He told me it was Pink. We have a gay dad. Of course he can't throw a ball to save his life.
Hashtag Travis Kelce.
That was so adorable.
That was so cute.
That was really good.
Spot on. Yes.
I think that was beautiful. I mean, to be able to have a sense of humor with your kids, I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's what you're looking forward to.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Obviously, the looks, the hate, and the societal perception on gay parents is not the same as it is for heterosexuals. No. So I assume it's a much tougher journey for you.
And I assumed that it would be different because even in grocery stores, when I'm with my son or we are together, we get looks and stares. One particular time I was in a local grocery store and I was approached, I was wearing my son on the strap on me and I had a blanket over him just to keep the elements away and just to protect him and keep him warm, and his feet was dangling. So instead of a lady approached me and said, hey, where's his mother? You don't know how to protect him or you carry for him, like his foot is out. And I'm like, ma'am, I was confused. I had to look at her like, are you talking to me? Because I'm like, there's no situation. And she was very like serious.
Aggressive.
Like, it was uncomfortable. We've had so many instances where we were just questioned. I know some people are uneducated about it and we're just so the norm of it where we see mom, it's always about mom, which we love mom. I love my mom dearly. She's done everything for me. But we definitely need to give dads
their flowers.
Their flowers, and not just on Father's Day.
So how are y'all, and obviously how you're planning, how are you handling your approach to fatherhood, knowing how ugly society can be?
I'm expecting it to happen organically, but there's going to come a point where sort of external forces of like microaggressions are going to start happening to our baby. So I think that those conversations are going to be very, very important and significant. But I think that we've come a long way as a society in most respects. Yeah, but I mean, there's always going to be, I mean, even till this day, like holding his hand in public, you have that fear that there's that one individual who just despises it and may display, you know, some form of violence towards us. So let alone having a kid and 2 dads, I can imagine like you having that experience in the grocery store. Yeah,
dude, that was traumatic. And we had to educate our parents before, our parents, our friends beforehand, just about the process, because a lot of people were like, oh, where's his mom? Ugh. Even like, he doesn't have a mother.
Yeah.
You know, he has 2 dads, and we have to explain the process that an egg donor is a nice lady that donated her beautiful eggs, and then, you know, sperm, they made embryos. And the person that carried the baby is just a carrier. She's just the oven. She just baked the baby. She is not the baby's mother. And we, at an early age, our plan is to let him know where he's from, his journey to get here, and then he has 2 dads, because we know going in, always, me being a black gay man in Texas or anywhere, in the military, I served in the military, and in high school, I knew the struggles that I had. So he's gonna be a black boy with 2 dads, 2 gay dads in Texas, you know, so like I know his struggle is gonna be, may mirror.
We're
gonna make sure he's prepared, and behind him in our community is they have been supportive of us, so we know that he's gonna have a community behind him that
and a wonderful upbringing with 2 dads.
Yeah.
Cheers to you and your fatherhood journey, and I cannot wait to get the invite to the baby shower for y'all.
Yes.
All right. Sure. Coming up next, I'm gonna learn from Liv how to make this Douce Breeze. You stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar with my girl Liv Johnson from Taste, bartender there, extraordinaire, and you made the Douce Breeze, but you're here to do what, baby? Back that glass up! Yes. And by saying you're here to do the back in the glass up, you're actually gonna make me do the back in the glass up. Okay. Yes, all right, how do I do this? Is it as hard as parenthood or is it easier?
It's a little easy. I'm gonna teach you the little easy version.
I love it. All right, what do I gotta do?
Okay, so let's start off with a ½ ounce of strawberry puree.
And I'm building it in the glass. Easy peasy. Yeah, this is unlike parenthood. And you're
gonna do
a mom to twins.
Twins.
Y'all heard Daryl say he wanted twins. Listen, I wanted twins too. And then I had my 2-year-old and I was like,
absolutely.
Jesus, thank you. Okay, how much of this?
Do the same amount.
Same amount. Okay.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice, another ½ ounce. Okay, what else?
So we have a little peach liqueur that we're gonna put in there. We're gonna do the Bacardi coconut.
Bacardi coconut, how much?
Do 1 ounce. It's gonna be strong, like you like it.
Yes. I need it after a day of parenting.
We're gonna do 2 ounces of Douce. We don't wanna waste no liquor. And then we're gonna do a 0.5 of simple syrup.
Okay.
That's cool.
So what's the vibe like at Taste?
Fun.
That's a good time.
It's a good time.
It's where parents can go to let loose.
Let loose. Have a good, wind down.
I love it.
A little good breeze.
A little Douce breeze and wind down with some wine.
And we're gonna top it off with some Cabernet.
Okay, I love it. You go ahead and top it off. It ain't gonna be me, because I'll mess it up probably. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
And then just garnish, a
then
little
we're gonna
garnish.
Yes.
Blah. There we go.
There we go.
All right, do we stir or anything? I just drink like this?
I can stir it a little for you.
Should we stir it?
Usually, you'll stir like with your straw, but in this situation, we'll do it with a spoon.
Bada bing, bada boom. I love it. All right.
There you
Yeah, I made it strong. He's a little strong. Okay, I see you brush your teeth.
I'm ready
I
for
know.
my refill.
Oh, they ready
Yeah,
for
ready.
refill. Okay, listen. I got more practice to do, okay? Just like I be learning every day with parenthood. All right, listen, if you are interested in fatherhood as a gay couple, there are resources out there for you.
So many.
And start researching.
Yes.
All right, well, cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.